So I'm Chanel Myers. My business is Chanel Myers LMFT LLC, and I'm located out of Cheshire, Connecticut, and Watertown, Connecticut. I've always loved the idea of healthy relationships. And I've worked in a child protective agency for 15 years. And a lot of what I saw was not a focus on healthy building of relationships. And so in 2008, I started to work in the circular security model that really had to do with early childhood attachment. And I fell in love with that model and wanted to work with couples, with adults on their attachment system so that they can build healthier relationships. And I knew that this is something that I could actually be good at and do because of my passion for healthy families, healthy relationships. Last year, 2020 or the beginning of this year, 2021, actually sent out an email and was saying, WBDC is this agency, this will be good for you, you're a woman-owned business, they're having a grant, try to apply for it. And this was in February. And I'm like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't have time for the application, I don't wanna do this, but there were just emails. I joined, there were emails and there was coaching and there was webinars and all sorts of information. So I didn't do the first round of grants, but I stayed closely connected. I was connected with a business mentor. There were courses, there were classes, there were just so many things that the WBDC had to offer. If you want to have a conversation with Carol, it's just, hey, Carol, I have a question. So I started staying connected with the people and the courses and the coaches. I was shocked, but I was also impressed. Like I'm very much, I don't like speaking. I don't like, like being in front of, a light. So it was like Rising Award. And I'm like, no, this must be a mistake. And then I'm like, wait a minute, WBDC is awesome. So I stopped and said, there's something that they must see in you through your collaboration that needs to be honored, that you also need to push through any of those fears and be available for this type of recognition. And when we had the gala, it was even more confirmation that this was a place to stay. This was a place to grow. This was a place to really, really be, because there's so much warmth and community, and there's so many opportunities to grow as an individual and a business owner. So I was honored. So my short-term goal for the next year, 2022, is to launch group programs where we facilitate, it's attachment-based model as well. And so we will have different facilitators trained in a model to help out adults who are single and or in relationships that are struggling. And we want to use a group model so that there's a family, there's accountability, there is community, and there's also skill building to understand, like, what are your triggers, what's blocking you from having a healthy relationship. So my goal for 2022 is to really service 100 single people to try to work on building relationships. In the long term, I want to have a couples clinic. I want the model for couples therapy to be, this is our business. So we work on couples. If I had to give a message to my pre-entrepreneurial self, the first thing I would say is, this is a business. This is not a hobby. You need to understand that this is a business. Get a coach, write the business plan, have fun, but write a business plan and get a business coach, because it's not fun working from the end forward. Start with WBDC. Get the information that you need ahead of time, because it makes it so much more fun to do what you're passionate about once you have coaching and a business plan. You know where you're going.